So she's a serial fraudster. That's called fraud, when you pretend you want to do the one thing and you'll do the thing they're hiring you for, but all along you have secret plans to do something very, very different that's above your pay grade. And she finally bumped into someone who was weak enough and not famous enough to stop her, right? This Justin Baldoni, most people had never even heard of him. He'd been in like one series. He certainly wasn't at Ryan Reynolds level fame, never mind Blake Lively. And she bullied him into giving her the movie, where she did her own cut. They released the cut of the movie. He didn't even get to see it. He was the director of the film, the producer of the film, the guy who got the rights to the film, the one who's supposed to be in control. He didn't even get to see it. He was in the basement at his own movie premiere. And then she had the nerve, because she had 2 minutes of bad publicity when the film hit, to come out and try to blame it all on him. None of it was just due to the fact that she seems like a rather shitty person.
Here's what they're saying. The latest lawsuit from Justin Baldoni is another chapter in the abuser playbook. This is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of SH and retaliation, and the abuser attempts to turn the tables on the victim. This is what experts call DARVO, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. Him defending himself just proves he's the abuser. She doesn't address any of the actual valid things that Justin points out in his lawsuit, and instead just goes on the attack.
They're sort of radioactive. In one breath, Blake Lively is saying she was the subject of serious harassment during the filming of It Ends With Us, and now they're making light of it on SNL's 50th reunion show. So tonally, it does seem off, and I can imagine people just wanting to stay away from it. You're going to catch shrapnel if you get involved in this drama at this point.
Asking for the gag order and explaining how he's talking too much. He's threatening to post stuff on public sites. So what I think is, this looks good for Baldoni, right? He's like, we want to make it all public. And sometimes lawyers can do this knowing that they can't actually do what they say they're going to do.
Hey, beautiful. Where's my wife? Where your wife? Where your wife at? We want to get her.
The entertainment world is shaking to its core. Marvel has dropped a bombshell. Deadpool 4 is officially canceled, and the story behind it is nothing short of outrageous. Rumors are swirling like wildfire that the cancellation isn't just a matter of creative differences, but part of a much larger, scandalous web involving some of Hollywood's biggest names. Yes, you heard that right. Amidst the chaos, whispers claim that Blake Lively is at the heart of a scandal involving none other than Justin Baldoni. Can you believe this? Let's dive into every explosive detail. First, let's break down what's happened with Deadpool 4. Marvel, long celebrated for its high-octane superhero epics, suddenly pulled the plug on one of its most anticipated franchises. Allegedly, behind closed doors, there were heated arguments, creative clashes, and power struggles that no one saw coming. Insiders say that the decision was less about artistic direction and more about clashing egos and boardroom politics. What's even more scandalous is the rumor that the cancellation was orchestrated not solely by Marvel's executives, but through a series of backroom deals and under-the-table maneuvers that involved influential players in the industry. Could it be that the very engine of our beloved superhero stories has become a playground for corporate greed and manipulation? Now, imagine the shock on Ryan Reynolds' face when he learned about this abrupt cancellation. Ryan, the man who brought Deadpool to life with wit, charm, and an irreverent swagger, is reportedly livid. Rumor has it that Reynolds was left fuming, his creative vision shredded by decisions that, to him, made absolutely no sense. His frustration isn't just about losing a project, it's about seeing his passion hijacked by a machine that values profit over artistry. The actor's alleged public rants and whispered expletives hint at a deep sense of betrayal. How could Marvel, a company revered for its blockbuster storytelling, stoop so low as to let internal chaos spill over into something that fans have waited years for? It's as if someone pulled the rug out from under the very foundation of comic book lore, but the plot thickens. Enter the scandal that's setting tongues wagging: Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Now, if you think this couldn't get any more jaw-dropping, think again. Sources close to the situation claim that Blake Lively, known for her elegant presence on the red carpet, has been implicated in a high-stakes scam alongside Justin Baldoni. The allegations suggest that these two have been involved in a manipulative scheme aimed at redirecting funds and resources, creating a scenario where decisions in the studio boardrooms are not made on merit, but through backdoor deals and celebrity influence. The scandal goes beyond just a simple mix-up. It reeks of calculated manipulation, where power and money twist the very essence of creative decision-making. The layers of intrigue only multiply when you consider the wider circle of celebrity influence. Rumors hint that other A-listers may have been drawn into this swirling vortex of deception. Imagine hearing whispers that Chris Hemsworth and Hugh Jackman might have been aware or even complicit in these shady maneuvers. These are names synonymous with blockbuster films and heroic legacies. Yet here, they're suggested to be part of an undercurrent of secretive deals and hidden agendas. The gap between the glamorous public images of these celebrities and the alleged behind-the-scenes betrayals is staggering. It's a stark reminder that in Hollywood, sometimes the truth is far more twisted than the scripts we adore. So where does Marvel stand in all of this? Many are pointing fingers at the studio itself, accusing it of allowing corporate greed to override creative passion. Marvel's polished exterior hides a ruthless core where profit margins and market share reign supreme. Leaked communications, rumored to be circulating among industry insiders, paint a picture of a company more interested in maintaining its blockbuster empire than in nurturing the art and soul of its projects. This isn't just about a canceled movie, it's about a system that prioritizes dollars over dreams, leaving creative geniuses like Reynolds to pay the ultimate price. And while Marvel's public relations spin machine works overtime to keep up appearances, the undercurrent of discontent among fans and insiders is growing louder with each passing day. And let's not forget the outpouring of rage and disbelief from the fan base. Social media is abuzz with reactions, tweets, Instagram posts, and heated comment threads where fans express their shock, frustration, and outright anger. "This is a betrayal," one tweet read. "How can Marvel do this to us?" The voices of loyal fans echo across platforms, united in their disbelief at what many see as an affront to the very spirit of the superhero genre. The controversy isn't confined to industry insiders. It has ignited a firestorm among the very people who built Marvel into the global phenomenon it is today. Every leaked snippet, every whispered accusation only fans the flames of this burgeoning scandal. And you, the audience, are right in the middle of this epic drama. Can you imagine how it feels to watch something you love crumble under the weight of corporate greed and scandal? As the fallout continues to ripple across Hollywood, the future implications are as murky as they are alarming. What does this scandal mean for Marvel's next projects? Could this be the tipping point that triggers a domino effect across the industry? There's speculation that if these behind-the-scenes scandals continue, more projects may face similar fates: cancellations, recasting, or even complete reboots. Industry analysts are warning that this might not be an isolated incident, but the beginning of a systemic reckoning within the entertainment behemoth. It raises pressing questions. Will other studios learn from Marvel's missteps, or are we doomed to watch as more beloved franchises fall victim to the same corporate machinations? The stakes have never been higher, and the clock is ticking on what might be the end of an era. In the midst of all this chaos, one thing remains certain: the public is demanding answers. The gap between Marvel's glossy, well-oiled public image and the alleged reality of backroom deals and celebrity scams is too vast to ignore. Viewers are calling for accountability, and, above all, respect for the art that has captivated millions for decades. The scandal, with its mix of betrayal, corporate greed, and celebrity misadventure, has sparked a revolution of voices on social media. People are unmasking the truth, and every day seems to bring a new twist to this unfolding drama. As we piece together the narrative from whispered rumors, alleged leaked voicemails, and behind-the-scenes details, one thing is unmistakable: the entertainment industry is in a state of upheaval. Marvel's decision to cancel Deadpool 4 is not just a business move, it's a symbol of a broader crisis where power, money, and celebrity clout collide in ways that leave fans disillusioned and creators sidelined. The scandal has laid bare the dark underbelly of an industry that many believed was built on passion and creativity, only to reveal a labyrinth of manipulation and greed. And the more we uncover, the harder it is to trust what we see on the surface. Look, this isn't just a story about a canceled movie or a celebrity scandal. It's a wake-up call for anyone who cherishes the art of storytelling. When the very icons we admire are implicated in scams and backroom deals, it forces us to ask, what has become of Hollywood? Are the stars we once revered now just players in a game of power and profit? And more importantly, who will hold these manipulative forces accountable before the entire industry crumbles under its own corruption? Let's take a step back and think about the bigger picture. For years, Marvel has been more than just a studio. It's been a beacon of epic storytelling. a universe where heroes battled impossible odds and where every film promised a legacy of courage and creativity. But in recent times, it seems that the magic is fading as the pursuit of profit has gradually choked out the very soul of what once made Marvel legendary. When the relentless chase for box office numbers takes precedence over daring, innovative storytelling, the heart of the creative process begins to wither. Every time a masterpiece is compromised by boardroom decisions, a spark of true artistic passion is snuffed out. This scandal, with its bombshell revelations and whispers of collusion behind the scenes, lays bare a disturbing reality. No one, no matter how revered, is immune to the consequences of greed and manipulation. The alleged backroom deals and covert power plays aren't just isolated incidents. They signal a systemic shift where money and influence override integrity and vision. The Titans of Tinseltown, once celebrated for their groundbreaking contributions, now face the fallout of decisions that betray the very essence of their craft. And as fans, we're not just passive observers. We deserve to know the truth. However messy, however controversial it might be, when the integrity of storytelling is at stake, transparency isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for preserving the art that unites us all. So, where do we go from here? With every new allegation that surfaces and every leaked piece of evidence that hints at corruption, the future of Marvel, and by extension, the entire entertainment landscape, grows even more uncertain. Each revelation acts like a domino in a vast, crumbling structure, shaking the very foundations of an empire that once symbolized epic storytelling. The cancellation of Deadpool 4 isn't just an isolated incident, it's a stark warning sign that could trigger a chain reaction of accountability. Studios may be forced to confront their own murky practices, rethinking the balance between artistic integrity and profit-driven decision-making. But there's an even darker possibility lurking in the shadows. If these scandals continue unchecked, we might be staring down an era where deception, scandal, and underhanded deals become the norm rather than the exception. Imagine a future where every blockbuster, every much-anticipated sequel, is shrouded in controversy and whispers of backroom betrayals. That's a world where our favorite stories, the ones that once ignited our imaginations, are tainted by greed and manipulation. And one thing is absolutely clear: the fans have reached their breaking point. They're no longer willing to sit back and watch as cherished franchises get manipulated by corporate interests. The roar of outrage from social media, the heated debates, and the passionate calls for transparency show that audiences are demanding better. They want to see genuine creativity, unburdened by the shackles of profit-driven greed. As the truth continues to emerge, it's evident that this scandal isn't just about Marvel. It's a wake-up call for an industry that has long lost its way. The path forward remains murky, but one message resonates loud and clear. The era of unquestioned power and unchecked deception is rapidly coming to an end, and the fans are leading the charge. In wrapping up this explosive exposé, we're left with a mix of outrage, disbelief, and a burning need for answers. The cancellation of Deadpool 4, the alleged scam involving Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and the suspected involvement of some of Hollywood's most revered figures all point to a deeper, more troubling narrative lurking behind the glittering facade of the entertainment industry. It's a story of betrayal, where the polished veneer of celebrity hides a seething undercurrent of manipulation and corporate greed. And while Marvel and its cohorts may try to sweep these controversies under the rug, the truth has a way of coming to light, no matter how forcefully it's suppressed. So, what do you think? Is this the inevitable collapse of an empire built on fantasy and fabricated smiles, or just a tempest in a teacup blown out of proportion by disgruntled insiders and impassioned fans? One thing's for sure, this scandal isn't going away anytime soon. It's a wake-up call that demands we question everything, from the blockbuster films we binge-watch to the corporate giants behind them. Stay tuned, because as more evidence surfaces and more voices join the conversation, this saga is only set to get even more dramatic. Marvel, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and a host of other celebrities may all be caught in the crossfire of a scandal that challenges everything we thought we knew about Hollywood. Can you believe the twists in this tale? It's outrageous, it's manipulative, and it's a stark reminder that behind every polished smile, there might be a dark secret waiting to be exposed. In the end, what matters is that the truth comes out. Whether you're a diehard fan or a casual observer, it's time to demand accountability from the powers that be. The scandal, with its blend of celebrity glamour and scandalous underhanded deals, isn't just entertainment, it's a mirror held up to an industry that's lost its way. And as we continue to peel back the layers of this colossal controversy, one question remains: how much longer will we allow the glitter of Hollywood to blind us to the ugly reality beneath? If you're as outraged as we are and believe that no one should get away with such manipulation, drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this video, spread the word, and let's force the industry to face the music. Because when the truth is buried deep, it only takes one spark to ignite a revolution. And trust me, this is one fire that's just getting started.